Hello! If you're watching this, you might be going through one of the toughest, most frightening experiences imaginable. We're here to walk you through how you can start to reclaim your safety and, just as importantly, your peace of mind. Right now, chances are you're feeling scared, maybe isolated, and just completely helpless, like you're trapped and there's no way out. We get it, we really do, and we want to speak to you in that place right now. So please, just for a second, let this sink in. You are not alone, and what has happened to you is not your fault. It is a completely human thing to trust someone, to get caught up in a moment. That trust was broken by somebody else. The only thing that matters now is the path forward.
To help make this feel less abstract, let's talk about a real person's story. We're going to call her Zoe. Her journey from total desperation to taking back control really shows that there is always hope.
Now, it is absolutely crucial for you to know that while we've changed her name and a few other details to protect her privacy, Zoe's story, her fear, and her fight, they are 100% real. Your confidentiality is everything to us.
When Zoe first called our office, you could hear the raw panic in her voice. I mean, this quote here on the screen barely captures it. She was in that moment of absolute crisis. And that's a state we understand so well. It's the very reason we do this work.
So how did this all happen? Well, it started when an ex-partner, we'll call him Tyler, completely betrayed her trust. He posted private, explicit images of her all over social media. And her immediate fear wasn't even for herself, it was for her kids, her family, her friends. She was in such a state of shock that she couldn't even send us the evidence herself. A friend had to do it for her. It shows you just how fast these things can spiral out of control.
That feeling of free-falling is just terrifying. So let's shift gears and talk about the most important thing, the very first steps you can take to get some control back. This is where the power starts to shift, from them back to you.
Now, you might be surprised to hear this, but the first and honestly the most powerful question we ask every single person is this: what is your ultimate goal? It sounds so simple, right? But figuring out what success actually looks like to you, well, that becomes our roadmap. It guides everything we do from that moment on.
For Zoe, it wasn't about getting a big payout. Her goal was crystal clear. Get those images down and make sure the person who did this to her was held accountable. All she wanted was her life back. And that's the whole point. Your goal is the one that matters.
Okay, so let's break this down into 4 things you can do right now. First, just like Zoe, define your goal. What do you need to happen to feel safe again? Second, and this is so important, preserve all of the evidence. Screenshot everything, the posts, the messages, the profiles, and save all the links. Third, gather every little detail you have on the harasser. And fourth, please seek specialist help. You should not and you do not have to go through this by yourself.
Right. Once you've taken those first crucial steps, it's time to understand the tools that are actually available to you. Let's look at some of the legal options we can use to stop this and help you reclaim your life. Online harassment isn't just one thing, It takes so many different ugly forms, and we help with all of them. Whether it's revenge porn, doxing, that's when someone maliciously shares your private info, or any of the other things you see here, there is a legal path forward. We generally look at these cases as having 2 main paths. Path 1, which is almost always the top priority, is just stopping the abuse, getting it to end now. The whole goal is to bring some stability and safety back into your life, using things like harassment warnings or even emergency court injunctions. Path 2 is about seeking justice. That usually comes after the immediate danger is gone, and can include things like claims for compensation or a private prosecution. And I really need to make this point clear. Even if the harasser gets scared and takes the content down, they can't just undo the harm. The fear you felt, the violation of your privacy, that damage was done. And because of that, a claim for compensation is very often still an option.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's actually a pretty simple but powerful message. There is always hope. It is always possible to take back control of your life. And that's exactly what Zoe's story shows us. Her harasser was betting on her being too scared, too ashamed, and too overwhelmed to do anything. Her courage proves that victims should never, ever give up hope. You are not powerless, and there is help out there.
And before we finish, we just want to say this directly to you. We are not here to judge you. We respect the choices you've made. We understand that being human means we trust people. We get caught up in moments. That is not a crime. Our focus is 100% on helping you move forward from this.
The person doing this to you gets their power from one thing: your silence. They are counting on you being too afraid to speak up. So the only real question left is this: are you ready to find your voice? When you're ready to find it, we're here. Give us a call. The conversation is completely confidential. You can take that first step towards taking your life back today.